ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। So now we'll be discussing after this Mahamudra. So we'll be discussing Mahabandha, the second one, and lot of technical points which I will not go in details, nor I will answer anybody if you ask me. That I have decided, because this is not to intellectualize. If you practice, you will understand, because everything is there. By asking questions, I cannot help you and I will not help, and I am very clear. So no questions will be entertained related to this mudra chapter. If you are able to catch me, fine. If you don't catch me, also equally fine. ततः प्रसारितः पादो विनश्यत्तमुप्रूपरीं गुदयोनिं समाकुञ्च्य कृत्वा चापानमूर्धगं योजयित्वा समानेन कृत्वा प्राणमधोमुखं बन्धयेत् ऊर्ध्वगत्यर्थं प्राणापानेन यः सुधे कथितोऽयं महाबन्धः सिद्धिमार्गप्रदायकः नाडीजालाद्रसव्यूहः मूर्धानं यान्ति योगिनः उभाभ्यां साधयेत् पद्भ्याम् एकैषु प्रयत्नतः. Really beautifully. Tataha, thereafter. So what is to be done thereafter? Prasarita pado vinasya tamupari. So what is to be done is, after this Mahamudra, of course both the sides you need to do, and pranayama you have to include. Then what you need to do is here, you need to extend. It's a very technical point here, that's why I cannot get into too details. It's very difficult. So you need to extend your right foot. These are the things, no problem, one can. Then he says what happens? Then you need to place on your on your left thigh. Vinasya tamupari. Gudayonim samakrunchya. This is the point. So you need to contract both gudam and yoni, the anus and the yoni part that we have discussed, the perineal place. So perineum place. Then what happens once you do this contraction? Now he says beautifully, this is what you have to understand, which I cannot help you, to be very honest, because these are the very technical point. Unless you really practice, you come to that level, you will not be able to really differentiate much. So he said that Krutva, what you need to do, you need to pull Apanam. So you need to pull up the Apana. Then you may ask me question, how to pull up Apana? I have to break my head how to explain you. First, you have to know what is prana, what is apana, how they function, what is happening in your body, in your system. If you are not sensible enough to understand all these tricks, then how can I explain you? So that's why beforehand I am trying to tell you, I will not be able to explain unless you practice, unless you are genuinely trying to. Then beautifully says, then what you do? So when you pull the apana, then what happens? You need to yojoitva samanena krutva prana adhumukham. So you need to pull up the apanam and bring that apanam to samana. It's a really amazing thing to do. So that gives, that the balancing, the body gets balanced so quickly, whole body, forget what mind. Then when this thing happens, there will be some type of activities, some type of, let us say, some type of instability for some time. And that too in your samana area, where the samana resides. Because I am not going to do the spoon feeding, okay? Don't ask me where samana resides. Because already we have discussed earlier in details which vayu stays where. So please refer. These are the things you need to know in details. That's why from today onwards, this set of classes will be entirely different. Vedanta, don't worry, I will go in details. So then what happens, he says beautifully, after that, definitely the prana vayu will go up. So when prana goes up, there the lot of disturbance will happen. So in order to not to allow the prana to go up, so you need to bring down the prana. So that means what? You have to see here, to start with, three things separately. The function of apana, the functioning of prana, and the functioning of samana. And making them join three things together. Prana in the location of samana, in samana with samana. Then, I made a mistake. Apana, pulling the apana with samana. Then when the prana goes up, you have to bring down the prana. So that becomes a package. It's like, I am showing my hand exactly like this it would be. So first you pull the apana up. So once the apana is being pulled, so this is called location samana. So predominantly where samana is there, because I am giving you a very clear clue. More than this, don't expect. Then what happens? Generally prana will be this. So when prana goes this way, because if you remember, if you recollect, anybody has listened to, or if not listened to, go to the net and listen to Yoga Chudamani, which will be very helpful. Yoga Chudamani Upanishad is available on the net in YouTube. So here he says what will happen is, now generally prana is this way. Means if you observe, okay, in short, this is the relationship between prana and apana. Okay, look, this is the relationship. Exactly, it works like this. Both prana and apana, what they do is, they don't agree with each other, but they agree. This is the real relationship in life. They don't agree with each other, but at the same time they live together. Prana and apana never agree with each other. That is how supposed to be couple, okay? That is the healthy relationship. They don't agree with each other, but they live together. And interestingly, because in Indian context I have seen, olden days, nowadays things have changed. Both wife and husband, they never agree with each other, but they live together. And you should see, right time they support each other. There are many cases I have seen. So this is the example. So both of them go together. Means the job of the apana is to pull down. So when it is pulling down, along with the apana, prana also comes down. Then after that, prana also pulls up. So when prana pulls up, again make sure apana is also going. So both of them keep pulling, pushing, they keep doing it. In fact, that long you are alive. As long as they don't agree with each other. Suppose if both of them join together, both prana and apana, what will happen? Okay, apana says, I am tired of you. How long I can listen to you? Let us say, hey, really, let us say, I just assume, apana is, let us say, wife, okay? Prana is husband. Just example, say, anything is okay nowadays, okay? Okay, I am tired, I cannot fight with you anymore. Enough. Then joins. What will happen? The prana vayu and apana vayu will go away through the higher doors, higher gates. That is how death. Or if both of them join together, a prana says, okay, I am tired of you. I cannot take anymore. Forget. Then again, prana vayu, both of them will go down through the lower doors, lower gates. That's why during death time, different ways that prana vayu, the last moment, it goes away. Just these are the tricks and techniques. Now here it says, now both of them, like this is what happens. But here the process is little different. So what is to be done is, now the changes takes place. Prana is being, apana is being pulled. Now when apana is being pulled, so there is a possibility, now it comes to samana place. Now when it is being pulled up to samana place, now there is a possibility, now prana also get, very strong. So prana wants to go. Then they can join together. No. Then what you need to do? You need to bring down this prana. So this becomes a package. You understand? A protected area. And that's why he says beautifully that, please understand, bandhayat urdhagatyartam pranapanena cha sudhi. And this is called kathitoyam mahabandha. This is called as mahabandha. This process is called mahabandha. Siddhi marga pradayakah. So this leads, or this gives the path, and this is the path, this is the means to give the success. Not only that, it is a path, also it gives pradayakah, it gives the success. And says beautifully, and because of that reason, what happens? Says, Nadi jalat rasa sabhyah murdhanam yanti yoginah ubhabhyam sadhayet padmyam egehi suprayatnatah. Because of this reason, what will happen? The first benefit is, the fluids that are in all the nadis, the energy, rasa here uses the word fluid. So that is, whatever is there, that will start going to murdhani. So when it goes to the murdhani means towards the head, then you will discover the energy becomes so strong that moment. Suddenly something really amazing. And the person becomes completely a stable person then and there. And moreover, what happens? This says, the one who really wants to practice this, suprayatnatah, one is supposed to practice with great care, and of course alternatively, first doing one side, also need to do other side too. And let us look at the next. Bhavet abhyasato vayuhu sushumnam madhya sangatah anena vapusha prushtihi दृढबन्धोऽस्ति पञ्जरे सम्पूर्णः हृदयो योगी भवन्ते तानि योगिनः बन्धेनानेन योगीन्द्रः साधयेत् सर्वमीप्सितम्. I am trying my best to get acquainted, adjusted with the specs, and without specs I should also struggle a little bit, but doesn't matter. That's why I try to see the alphabets or letters. In fact, suddenly I discover I think these alphabets have not taken food properly, okay? So when I put the specs, they are very healthy. But when I don't use the specs, I discover really they are fasting a lot. But doesn't matter, what can I do? So he says, if a person does this thing, what happens? Bhavet abhyasata vayu susupnam madhya sangatah. Through this, the person will be easily direct the vayu into susumna. No, neither in Ida or in Pingala. So it is a very good technique to make your vayu enter into Sushumna. Actually, all this thing I have talked in our Yoga Vidya package, everything is included. If you have observed me, any class, and when I have taken classes, all these tricks and techniques are there, and I have, keeping all these things in my mind, I have expressed. Nothing I have left. So because to make sure, that's why Yoga Vidya package was so, is so strong. If that is being approached properly, this is the best, one of the best practice. But what happens is, many of you have got your own way of working, so absolutely no problem. So where to give, where not to give, okay. Please continue. Coming back. Then what happens beautifully, and because of that reason, what happens? And the Bapusha Prushti, the body that you have, definitely it will be very, let us say, well nourished, and there will be vigor, there will be strength, like putting the specs and seeing the letter, how beautiful they look. But when I don't put the specs, how miserable they look. So this will be the difference, you understand? Everything will be clear. And moreover, he says, and Drudabandha Asti Panjare. So whatever you have, all these Asti, your bones, definitely they will also be very strong. Because through this, you will be able to breathe properly. They say beautifully. There is one particular thing goes on. They say, once in a while, you are supposed to shiver. That when cold is there, shivering takes place. So when you start shivering, remember during that time, that out of cold, your bone also starts breathing properly. Because everything, whole that metabolism of the body changes. But not all the time, okay? Don't keep, shivering all the time. Once in a while, shivering is really good. In fact, those who shiver once in a while, you understand, with the all teeth also starts, teeth cannot breathe, but teeth also will start breathing, okay? You understand? At least they will make noise. So, actually, you will be more healthier. Just observe this point. Okay, so he says beautifully. And not only that, and because of that reason, there will be Sampurna Hrudaya Yogi. There will be fullness, the one who practices this thing. So the Hrudaya, the heart is full, means there will be cheerfulness. And of course, the person, if he observes very carefully, will be able to accomplish all desires. Means whatever the person wishes, all the wishes will be fulfilled, will be addressed. In fact, to be very honest, to go one more step ahead, when a person, because you might have seen many places, all the wishes will be addressed, all the wishes will be addressed, you must be thinking, what is this? So let me do it. It's not like that actually. When you keep practicing, there will be no wish. And whatever supposed to happen, that will be your wish. Your, thinking process will be completely tuned to the present situation or the situation that is going to get unfolded. That is the truth, that is the reality. But instead of telling that, because to make interesting, your wish will be fulfilled. All your desires will be addressed. Then what happens? You go crazy to practice. How? Let me share a beautiful story, very long story. Long back I had spoken. Let me share this thing. And especially this being Guru Purnima Day, many people wants to be Swami. And there was a person, in fact I have come across some cases, don't worry, okay? So one person went and approached a master and said that, look, I want to follow your path. The master said, why? What is the purpose? Because you are so famous, you are being taken care, you are being respected. So that's why I want to follow your path so that I will be respected. The master smiled. Oh, okay. Please tell me, what are the things to be done? The master said, it's a very long travel. Makes no difference. I am ready. Tell me, how long will it take? The master said, look, for me it took few years. I do not know how long will it take for you. But no problem. I am ready to do it. But will you please tell me what will happen and how I will be able to travel? The master smiled and looked at him and said, look, will you be able to spare time? First 5 years? Yes. Then this person said, after 5 years, will I be famous? Will I be respected? Will I be accepted? The master smiled and said, look, I do not know, but this much I can say. First 5 years, when you start doing it, people will start ridiculing you. People will start looking down on you, including your parents, your dearer ones. They will say, you are good for nothing. That's why you ran away, you ended up in this way. Will you be able to take it up? The person says, yes, I am ready to take up. But my question is, after 5 years, will I be famous? Will I be respected or not? The master said, that I don't know. But if you can manage that, then yes, what will happen? Again, you have to live some more years. Then what? Another 5 years. Now what is to be done that time? During that time, you will discover nobody remembers you. Nobody bothers about you. In fact, you are completely unwanted. Then the person says, oh, so that means when that stage or that phase is over, will I be respected? Because the part that always comes, will I be respected? Will I be famous? Master said, that also I don't know. But this much I can say, if you can pass through that phase, then okay, what is the third phase? Third phase will come, that people will start coming to you. That will continue another 5 years. Then he said, oh, that is something interesting. No, that is not interesting at all. Then, that 5 years when people start coming to you, you will also get beaten up by them sometimes. Of course, once in a while you will get some lollipop, some candy. Something happens, good thing, they will praise you. But most of the time you will be blamed. Once in a while you will get some lollipop, don't worry. Some candy will come. Then, what is the purpose? Already 15 years are over. No, that's why I am trying to say you, don't worry. Then what? Then after 15 years, once you go through all these things for 5 years, then time will come, it will not make any difference whether you are famous or not, whether people respect you or not. And when you come across that stage, that time you are really a person to be for this line, for this knowledge. Thank you, all of you. Again, we'll catch up tomorrow. Please close your eyes. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.